Hello. What's going on, YouTube and Star Wars community? And welcome back to another amazing episode. That's going to be an amazing episode because what we're about to talk about. You see the title, it's going to be awesome. So, welcome to another episode 11, right?
This is episode 12, actually.
Is it 12?
Yeah, last week was episode 11.
Jesus, I got to switch some things. I'm goofing. So, episode 12 of the Conspiracy Cantina.
Cooking.
Okay, all right.
We're at just over 6 months.
Holy crap. All right, cool. So, episode 12 of the Conspiracy Cantina. Welcome, and we have a great episode tonight. First time we actually caught something ahead of the game, right? Before it actually came out. So
yeah, we sort of were perfectly positioned this time.
Exactly. So if you cannot see yet, or if you don't know what we're talking about, we're going to be the discussion tonight is the Book of Boba Fett. And the trailer dropped and everything like that, and we'll get more into it, the details about it, but we have some special guests. So we're going to go ahead and get those going, let you guys know who those guests are, let them introduce themselves. But like I said, the show is going to be great. It's going to be a great energy show. It's going to be fun. Some good, could be controversial, could be some good stuff going on, some good topics. We have some of the best people here that are Boba experts and Boba fanatics, dare we say. So we'll go from there. So we're gonna go and pull it right up right now. So if you are part of TikTok, if you have YouTube, if you know Star Wars community, you know Star Wars content, you know these people. They are on TikTok. We have a great Star Wars community, and they have some of the most amazing content. I can go into details about each one of them, but I'm going to let them introduce. I'm not trying to embarrass somebody and cross any boundaries. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and where you can find them too. So we're going to start with. I'm a gentleman, so I don't care what anybody says. We're starting with Brooke. Brooke, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Brooke. You can find me on TikTok as bdazzler. I am your resident Boba Fett simp for the evening. I post a lot of other content about Star Wars too, but my brain has Boba Fett on the mind as of right now. But you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitch at bdazzler with 2 underscores. And you can find me on Etsy if you want to get some cool Star Wars stuff. You can go to my shop, which is Far Away Factory.
Don't forget to give us your JPEG so we can post that.
Yes, I will remember that for next time. But
okay, cool.
Thanks. Yeah,
because I will be ordering some stuff from you. Just to let you know. I want some R2D2 shoes.
It's synchronization on the beard.
But yes. She has amazing stuff, guys. Seriously, when I first heard, I was like, really? Because you see some people's stuff like, but no, it's on point. And I'm like, okay, all right.
I try. I try.
Yeah, she does a good job. So with that one, next we're gonna go with Darthman. Please, sir.
What's up, everybody? Xcore, Depaul, thank you for having me here. Brooke, as always. Grim, do not know who you are. Like, I had to literally look you up the other day. Sorry about that.
Oh, you all good.
I'm Darthman86. The only platform I have is TikTok, unfortunately. Mostly I do Star Wars and Marvel content. However, I am a major nerd in everything from anime to comics to animation. I'm everywhere. Literally everywhere. That's all I got. I'm probably the most uninteresting person here.
Oh, come on, man. You're very interesting. Stop being humble. All right, cool. Thank you for that, sir. Grim Skull.
All right. So over on TikTok, I mainly focus on lightsaber swinging and learning the lightsaber forms. and I do those daily. I do other videos over on YouTube and Twitch. My tags for those are Grimskull Gaming, and I do live streams like every week.
Nice. Excellent. Cool. You're among friends. We're all among friends. It's just we all game. We love Star Wars, lightsabers, Boba. This is gonna be a great time right here. I mean, so of course I have to give an amazing shout out to my dyad, xcoregamerskillz. Let the people know where they can find you at, sir.
I am here bi-weekly. I am also on TikTok. I am taking a small break from content right now, just because I need a mental health break. I also do stream on Twitch as well. And I think I'm going to be turning my YouTube channel into something if I can figure out how to actually shoot a decent quality video. So that's where I'm at.
All right, cool.
And also, while we're here, I will be saying that if you need a lightsaber, we have an affiliate link. I think basically everybody here has an affiliate link for Level Up.
I do not.
There is also a link in my bio on TikTok for Conspiracy Cantina merch.
Damn. We got merch now.
We do have merch. The site is live.
This is our amazing shirt right here, made by Melissa, xcoregamerskillz wife. Amazingly did these shirts right here. We love them. So yes, feel free to go to that link and get that merch. We love supporting our community. Take care of Brooke. Take care of xcoregamer and his wife, Conspiracy Cantina, Star Wars community. We love to create that good environment, loving of support with each other. So with that, we're gonna actually talk about the community too right now. The chat, guys, thank you so much for showing up. We do appreciate you because without you, the channel wouldn't get that much visibility. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. Let's go through some of this stuff right here before we jump into the actual discussion of the Book of Boba. Coming out with the damn guns. Okay. Element. We have 66 subscribers. I'm worried about that. Hey, do it. Make it happen. Oh, man. So, yeah. Hey, you never know. You might have a special appearance from the Emperor. He's come back many times, Yo. Oh, man. What's going on? Padawan Podcast. Thanks for showing up, guys. We appreciate you. Robert Kenobi, hey, hello there. General Kenobi. Hey, what's going on, guys? Yes, we have Brooke Dazzler. the Brooke the Dazzler. That's what we call her. Oh, man. So, yeah, we got some good stuff going on. I just realized that if you isolate BD from... It looks like my face wearing wingtips.
All right.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Fun fact of the day from Element. Oh man. What's going on, sir? Woo. Ghostface Kai, what's going on? Appreciate you. Yes, we are a bunch of nerds. Might even throw some Marvel in there. Who knows?
Hey, there we go. Let's go.
Yeah, you see, you never know who's going to show up at the Cantina. We don't tell you. Oh, I don't tell you on my stuff anymore who's going to show up. I just say special guests because they're special to me. So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes... I'm Carrie Fisher. I will definitely not keep that to myself. I'll be telling everybody.
If you want to promote it, that's fine. Yes, we do have a Level Up lightsaber affiliate link. Oh man. Brooke, appreciate it. What's going on, Star Wars lawyer? Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Star Wars lawyer, Chris.
Appreciate the love as always. All right, so thank you, chat. We're gonna hop right into this one. So obviously the topic is the Book of Boba Fett. It's not out yet, but we have had some trailers. We have had some speculations. It's a lot of hype. I mean, and they haven't even really rolled out that much details about it. It's just, it looks beautiful, but I can't even say it, but I can't even come up with some bullshit I'm gonna say because it looks amazing. And Brooke, I might piss you off on this one. I didn't used to be a Boba Fett fan. I thought he was.
Oh, I wasn't either until the Mandalorian. It's fine.
Virtual high five. All right, cool.
It's okay.
I'm right there with you. So, yeah. So the what is it? The trailer looked real good, and it has me anticipating a lot of stuff, and has me wanting a lot of, just, I wouldn't say wanting, but more curiosity of what we're gonna get from this and how deep they're gonna go with it. So, with that said, what was your favorite thing about the Book of Boba Fett trailer?
Feel free to jump in, anyone.
Jump in wherever you want to. Like, be this free fall kind of. Be respectful.
That it exists. That we have one finally.
That's no lie.
I agree.
I'm definitely going to just say it. It felt very Soprano-y for me.
Did it?
Like hard. Yes. Like I felt Scarface. I felt Soprano. Basically every crime drama in that one small trailer. Boba was Tony, and that was it. You don't mess with the guy. Period. Everyone else felt like they were just playing like a small little level of Game of Thrones, and he's right here. Center stage. I'm in charge. Done.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyone else? Grimskull?
I'd have to agree with that. I feel like, especially knowing that the Hutts were modeled after The Godfather, I think that they're kind of going that route of continuing with like the Italian mobster kind of vibe, but definitely more. I feel like Boba might end up being more of a Tony Soprano, where it's like he cares a lot about like the people around him and like his family, and he thinks he's doing the right thing, but don't mess with him or disrespect him because he will kill you.
Yes, I get that vibe from Boba too. It's like, I'm all about respect. Boba, we said Boba wrote with fear. I want to roll with respect. I'm like, I like that. Okay, that was like more. I don't know, just his tone too. How he said it, it was like, this is your chance to align yourself with me. Either you do or you're dead. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell you that, but
Tony, man, Tony.
Okay, all right. What about you, X-Core?
Grim.
Oh,
Do you have
Grim.
Grim. I can't remember who went now.
Grim. Yeah, no, actually, Grim. What do you think? What was your favorite thing about the Book of Boba trailer?
My favorite thing about it was the scene where they're all at the table, and the words when he says like, "Please continue." For me, is like the whole feeling of that scene. It was my absolute favorite part about it. Like, please say something stupid, and I'm Boba Fett. Please let me make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, I like that too. I really, honestly, I enjoy the that little scene where they're in the middle of all those guys with the shields, and Fennec gives them that look like, oh, this motherfucker. She's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna pull your bacon out of the fire again. And then I really, really liked that opening shot with the robot with the brain in the jar. And,
Nightmare fuel.
He has two channels: 60 second Star Wars facts and 60-second comic facts. And he actually did a video on those on that whole organization. It's an organization of monks, and it was a really, really cool video. So I'm actually looking forward to see if we get any more about those guys, because it's a really interesting lore, a bit of lore. Jabba's palace was actually built by that order of monks, and he took it over, but allowed them to stay there.
That is interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see if Boba A knows they're there and B what he does.
I'm pretty sure that if they ain't pissing them off or messing with anything, they're like, you just roaches, do what you gotta do. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so
Your favorite scene?
my favorite, the whole damn thing, like Brooke said, like seriously, like I swear, like these damn Star Wars shows, the production level of it, I'm like, what kind of freaking cameras y'all using? Like the lighting and everything. I'm like, is this a movie? like what? Seriously, like it's just beautiful. Like that. First of all, I'm like, how do you make Tatooine look good? Like seriously, I'm used to seeing it in like New Hope and that. I'm like, okay, it's just desert. But I'm like, from that, the panning of everything, and then that, and of course the scene with the table and everything. That line just both speaking. I'm like, okay. I was trying to screenshot each one and like break it down by like still, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna enjoy what it is, go from there, and when we get the release, go freaking nuts. It's like, but no, yeah. So the whole speak when he said like was saying, please speak freely, and, like that. I'm like, yeah, you about to whoop somebody's ass. That one was cool. I'm like that. What's the phrase? Fuck around, find out. That's Boba's. Yeah, that's his way of saying that. So I was like, damn, okay, I'm super excited.
I think it gave us just enough and not giving away too much, because I feel like trailers have, especially like trailers now, have the issue of just like giving away a little bit too much information. I think Star Wars has done a really good job at that, but like Marvel and a lot of other movie trailers I've seen, it's like, we're just gonna give away the plot of the movie. It's fine.
Yeah, I hate that. I really do. That's why I've been avoiding a lot of the stuff lately even on TikTok. People talk about Star Wars because I'm like, you don't need to dig that. Not Star Wars, sorry, Spider-Man. You don't need to dig that much into that. Just enjoy it, let it be, and then when the movie comes out, watch the damn movie.
He's highly anticipated.
Exactly. I was like, man,
it's as simple as that. It's the spider.
I agree. Where's Dobe at, man? Have you seen him lately? Because this next question.
Oh, I have not seen Dobe.
Wow.
I haven't seen Dobe in a while on anything, to be honest with you.
Okay. The reason why I asked that, because his favorite character is this person right here, and I really don't care for this character. I mean, but for you guys, do you think we'll see Cat Bane in the Book of Boba?
Honestly, no. And there's a good reason for that, and that's the Bad Batch. I have a feeling that they're setting up the confrontation between either Boba and Cad or Finnick and Cad to set that whole thing, like that whole storyline. And then this whole Book of Boba Fett will somewhat tie into all that decision-making skills, and same thing with Maul and a few other things. Like a lot of storylines will be interconnecting to Book of Boba Fett in such a way that it will actually ripple effect into the sequel series.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, I feel like I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to set up. I feel like there's stuff we don't know about Boba and Fennec's relationship, because why else would he save her in the desert other than him being like a good person? It just feels like they probably know each other from before, and so maybe we'll see some of that in Bad Batch.
Yeah, I like that take. I'm wondering if we get more than one season. We're gonna have to get more than one season of Boba Fett. It looks like.
I feel like we will.
Yeah.
I feel like we will.
So maybe in a future season, because I don't know how you do that duel with Fennec with Boba and Cad Bane now that you have a live action Boba Fett series. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that in animation because the core fan base, I feel like the casual fan base, the fan base that really been trying to recapture with Mandalorian and now with Book of Boba Fett, like the older fans that they feel like maybe they lost with the sequel trilogy. I think they might want to bring that to live action because I know for myself and for my wife, I've watched basically everything Star Wars since I could get my hands on it, and so you have these new shows and they have them reintroducing characters, and a lot of people are wanting more of the lore, so they're going back and watching the animation that's out. So I think it's a way for them to use these shows to drive more viewership on a lot of their other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Grim?
Honestly, if they do decide that they were going to bring Cad Bane into the Book of Boba, I would hope that it would be at least a flashback to that unfinished scene that they were going to do at, I think it was, the end of the Clone Wars, where they had their standoff and Boba ended up getting that dent in his helmet.
Yep.
I would love to see that in live action if they were going to have him in there at all.
Yeah,
You know what?
I think I like that a lot.
Yeah, and you just said something that made me start thinking. It's like that's a way that they can actually bring bring Cat Bane and create a little branch off for him, some kind of spin off for him. They can do the Bad Batch, use that to have the duel with Cat Bane and Boba Fett like that to get to show where you got the dent from. And then somehow Cat Bane fell off or got shot and they thought he was dead. But he wasn't really dead. He just was wounded, something like that.
I'd like to see. So this is probably gonna rub some people the wrong way. I would like to see Cad Bane win that duel against a young Boba Fett, because Boba Fett has a reputation for being real cocky. Especially if you read some of I forget which novel he's in, but it's like, yeah, he's got this reputation for being bigger than he thinks he is. So I'd like them. Mm-hmm. I'd like Cad Bane to win that duel. Know Boba Fett's alive and walk away and be like, listen, don't cross me again.
Yeah, he's in, I think you're probably talking about Dark Disciple. He's like in the very beginning of it.
Yes,
I remember reading that and I was like, isn't he like 12 right now? Mm-hmm. And he's like, was acting like he was like the, big man in charge. And I was like, okay, but you're still a child. Like I don't know. He was a little punk bitch in Clone Wars, to be completely honest.
Start talking.
So I feel like that would be kind of interesting to see him actually lose that duel because he has the dent in his helmet and he's kept it. Obviously, like he hasn't like tried to fill it in or anything, which I think is kind of interesting. It could, if they wanted to go that route, make it seem like it was significant to him because it was his first like wake up call. That's like, hey, you gotta like pull yourself together. Like you're not invincible.
Yeah. And it'd be a constant reminder that, not sorry to cut you off, but it would be a constant reminder that, that no matter how good you get, there's always someone better.
Yeah. I was going to say, he seems like he's very sentimental. Like he spent this whole time trying to get his armor back in Mandalorian season 2. Obviously that's important to him. So that'd be kind of cool if they went that direction.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll see Cad Bane in the first season at least. It might be like a little cliffhanger at the end of the season finale or something like that. But no.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it, like they did with the teaser for Book of Boba at the end of Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Luke Skywalker moment. Cad Bane shows up out of the shadows. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Down a hallway, just blasting everybody.
So the next question would be this. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, because we've got two things. So, the chat. What do you guys think? Who do you think, or I should say, do you think we'll see Cad Bane in there? First of all, they like the trailer. I mean, if you don't like the trailer, you're crazy. It's like plain and simple. Someone.
Hey, Jock Choco.
What's going on, Darth Choco? Sexual Choco.
Another
What's up,
Darth.
brother? Oh man. You couldn't fathom the amount of dead man. He have some great Boba quotes. I'll tell you that one. I think we'll see him in season 2 if we get one. I think we will get a season 2, just because of the popularity of Boba Fett and how it's going to do. I mean, you got to think if I'm remembering this, they wasn't expecting. Well, I guess they were expecting Grogu to blow up, but not how much he blew up before. So that's why they couldn't like kill him off. They said, "No, we can't kill him off. We got to do something else with him. We have to send him off with Luke Skywalker." That's all we're gonna do. Someone to Boba after he says that respect line behind all the insufferable smart is a dead man. Boba, you couldn't leave it to Chris. I love you. I love it, Chris. Great. Oh yes, love that movie Tombstone. And scan that smoke wagon. We'll see. Y'all country westerns for sure. All right, cool. All right, so the next question for the panel is: are there any cameos or guest characters you'd like to see in the Book of Boba?
I'm actually just going to go ahead and say it. I want this to happen just for the simple fact that it goes in line with a hot take that I have. I want to see Asajj Ventress at least make some sort of cameo, either as a flashback or as an actual solid character in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, she's dead.
I believe you. I believe you. Just a little background on me. I've only ever watched the movies and the TV shows with no book knowledge whatsoever outside of the encyclopedia.
Yeah, you've got to read Dark Disciple, and it's really, really sad. Like that is like everyone talks about Lost Stars, which I haven't read yet, but like that was like that is still the only moment, and I've read a whole bunch of books now that like has made me really feel it. Like, and it's not the point at which it happens. It's later, when they're giving her send off. Also, like
But it just goes in line with a hot take that I have about books interweaving with Star Wars, and this goes back to the first episode of The Bad Batch with Kanan's comic book that goes into that first like 5-minute scene. Just that small little change changed the entire fan base's decision on everything, on how if this book actually does exist anymore in canon and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and I think because of that, they're going to look a lot harder at making changes to stuff like that. But so I did a deep dive into that on TikTok, on the Wikipedia. It's a change, but it's not a huge change. And if anyone's going to make a change like that, it's gonna be Filoni. So I think they're going to avoid stuff like that in the future as well, because like it wasn't well received at all.
Oh no, it was not, and that's one of the reasons why I have that hot take, is because of the fact that it wasn't well received. And if they do make a big change like that, it would split the fan base even more harder than we already have it right now. Yeah. And I don't think we have to go into decisions on that one or a talking point on that one.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
Brooke.
Well, I was gonna say I think they're the longer that Disney is with Star Wars, and like not even Disney, the longer that the team that's with Lucasfilm now is there, I think they're getting more organized, because even the Clone Wars season 7 changes some things that happen in like the Ahsoka book. Very minor changes, but still changes a few details and things like that. I think going forward they're going to be a little bit more organized, at least because the movies and the live action stuff and the shows still like take precedence over the other media. But I enjoy I enjoy that they're all interconnected, as long as there are minimal discrepancies. Like, at least for the Kanan thing, I kind of rationalized it by thinking about it in the way of like the narrator for those two stories are different. So Bad Batch, we're seeing it from Hunter's perspective, or the Bad Batch's perspective. The Kanan comic, we're seeing it more from Kanan's perspective as a child during a very traumatic event. So, details can get fuzzy and change and things like that. But
I actually like that, Brooke. I like that a lot.
I'm a big fan of like the unreliable narrator in stories. I think it makes things really interesting. That's why part of the reason why I love The Last Jedi so much, because even Luke himself is an unreliable narrator, especially when you go into reading The Rise of Kylo Ren. You find out kind of like the truth per se of what happened in the temple or at the temple. But talking about who I want to see in Book of Boba Fett, Kira, and Kira. Please. My queen.
No, you just want to see that white golden or that white hair just coming out of nowhere and being like, yes, I am the Dragon Queen.
She's my queen. In the voice of Jon Snow.
We're a whole bunch of nerds around here. We throw references everywhere.
Hey, that's good.
Oh.
That's good. Grim, what about yourself, sir?
It most likely would not happen, but honestly, since she has connections with two of the characters, I'd like to see Omega make an appearance.
Yes.
Totally forgot about her. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And I think I don't think it'll happen in this season. I think they're going to wait a little bit deeper into Bad Batch.
You think so?
I think so. Because the fate of the Bad Batch is still in the balance, and I don't think Filoni wants to spoil whether or not they survive.
That's why I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to see it. I don't think it would happen.
Okay. That's what's up. I can see that. So piggyback on what Brooke said. So the first thing when I saw the trailer and everything, I was like, okay, cool. It got me thinking, because it ties into this question. The whole who I'd like to see and cameos. We're gonna get a Maul cameo somehow in this, and a Kira cameo in this, whether it's somehow, because that's the underworld, and Black Suns and all of them is going to intertwine, and this is how we're going to get a Maul show. That's just my theory from it, and it's going to have a spinoff into the Maul show.
I talked about it on Dyad this weekend, that I think with the rumors of the Darth Maul show having some sort of cameo act as a backdoor pilot for the Maul series, kind of like how they introduced Ahsoka in the Mandalorian. Makes sense to me, at least.
Totally. I mean, like, people have been asking, it was like so many times, like, what was Maul up to, and like when we saw him in Solo, that teaser, the end scene, like, oh, Maul runs that whole syndicate. Like, holy crap! Now we want to know what more information about this can we get. Here we go.
Maul's dead.
Well, now Maul's dead.
Maul's been dead for a while.
What?
I would like to actually put in a. I would actually like to put in a counterpoint. I'd like to put a counterpoint in. We don't know what led to Maul losing control of the syndicates. How he ended up on that Sith planet in, I think it's season 3 of Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
When we get him introduced into Rebels, there are so many story points that they can do for Maul that don't have to circle around the crime lords at all.
Yeah, well, I guess
There are
that's
a
what
lot
I
of
mean.
things.
I want him to show up in season 2 of Bad Batch, not Book of Boba Fett, because Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Bad Batch.
Gotcha.
Because there's all that big time period that we don't know how he got to Malachor.
Mhm.
I also want to see him in Fallen Order 2, but we can talk about that. We'll talk about that later. It'll all connect. It's all connected.
Why would you say that? Because now I've got that mental image.
That terrifying image of Vader, but not instead of Vader, it's freaking.
I love Cal. I love Cal, but he's like my Walmart brand guy. He's out here with a toy lightsaber. Like, what am I going to do? What am I doing? Crap.
Speaking of Fallen Order, so Brooke is not quite finished yet.
It's okay. It's okay. I know what happens at the end, but I don't know the full story beats. But I know about Vader showing up, so it's okay.
You are right there, though. Like,
yeah.
You are, like I said, you have.
I streamed before this. The last thing I did was I went back to Bogano after Dathomir. I beat Terran Malicos, and then we went to the temple and looked at the holocron, and then Trilla just came and stole it. So that's like the last part that I'm at.
Yeah. You're like you got like less than an hour of story.
Mm-hmm.
So you're almost there.
On that one.
Yeah.
So don't take me a minute to get to there.
I was hoping she was going to finish. I was like, oh, she'll finish, and then we can talk about it.
Let me clarify something about the whole Maul shows up. Like Brooke said, it's going to be flashbacks because they're going to introduce Kira's taking over everything unless they kill her off in the new Star Wars comic.
Crimson Reign. I hope not. Crimson Reign. I hope not.
Yeah, so hopefully they don't. They don't kill off in that. But Kira's gonna be run everything. But I'm talking about we're gonna get that Darth Maul. Well, they can't call him Darth Maul appearance in there. It's gonna be flashbacks of my old master, this and this, and old boss, like that. Yes, Ghostface, he's dead. Like xcoregamerskillz, he's dead because Obi-Wan. we know that. So that's so we'll get the hint of Maul, but it's gonna be, and then it's gonna trickle into something else about the past and all stuff like that. So a little bit explanation. I'm not the damn writer, so I'm just saying the things that we would like to see. But so yeah. So next question would be:
Wait.
Oh, there you go.
No. so I have two. I really want Bosk. And I know there are some Trandoshans at the table, but I don't think either of them is Bosk. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Didn't look like it.
And I really want to see IG-88 as well, unless he has a canon death somewhere that I don't know about because I haven't read all the books yet. I would like to see what, because he had a team of I think 3 or 4 other bounty hunters with him, and I would like to see what happened to that team after he fell in the pit. They could do, as they say in Blues Brothers, he's getting the band back together.
Yeah.
His new lieutenants.
That's not bad.
Oh, God.
Okay. I almost skipped past the whole chat thing. Let's see what the chat says about their guest cameos. Let me start it. What's going
Oh,
on,
we
Noah?
could even have
Omega.
Oh, Radamuga.
Black
You said
Chrysanthemum
what?
too.
Say again.
I'd also like to see Black Chrysanthemum too. He was one of the coolest bounty hunters. The Wookiee bounty hunter. I'm a fan of Wookiees in any way, shape, or form. So
Speaking of bounty hunters, just started reading the War of Bounty Hunter to prep for Book of Boba.
Yay. It's so good. I was at my stepsister's field hockey game, and I brought a couple of the issues with me because I needed to catch up last week. And some random guy was like, "That's a great series," and I was like, "Yeah, it is." So it was funny, but people are reading it. So
See, and I have to catch up on it. I'm on. The only way I'll read it is if it's intertwined with the Darth Vader series.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I need to start reading this. But I'm like, because when the first issue came out, I was like, But yeah, no, Star Wars, Disney knows what they're doing to keep on just pulling you in and give me your money, give me all your money. He was like, God damn it,
Show me the money.
yeah. Kira makes the most logical sense narratively. Yeah, I can understand that. Alpha 10, okay, all right. Kira, it seems like Kira is the thing everybody wants to see. The person everybody wants to see. Yes, Ghostface, we addressed that. To be honest, I want the mall show to be animated. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, actually,
I think it will be, if anything.
If they're going to do Maul, they're going to have to bring Sam back.
It's going to be Sam Witwer.
That's not even in question. So the best option for Maul is actually done animated. Don't get me wrong, Rey is top notch, the full physical depiction of him.
He's also done some weird shit since season 7 of Clone Wars came out. I don't know if they want to bring him back. I'm sure they would for mocap, but like Ray Park's not an actor.
No,
you know
he's
what I
not.
mean?
No, he's a great martial artist, but
yeah, he's not an actor. Even it was Sam Witwer's voice in Solo as well. So
yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I guess he just couldn't do his accent was too thick or something like that. They said, I think. So
I thought he was too high pitched.
High pitch? No, it's not that high pitched. It's
I could be wrong, but
yeah,
I read somewhere.
It's not even his voice in The Phantom Menace. The like 2 lines that he has, it's someone else. Yeah, so I can see them. I feel like they could do more with animation.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll see Ball only if they introduce Kira because the show then will. There we go. See, true.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Witwer. Yep. Yes. Absolutely. Bad Batch feels like ages ago. Right? Jeez. Or the Bounty Hunter Crimson Reign, Hidden Empire. I haven't heard of that one. Okay. Wow. I gotta look at that one. Okay.
Yep. Pep just constantly reads the upcoming stuff.
Most intriguing thing about Crimson Reign is the Knights of Rim. Yes. Same era as Vader and Palps. I'm looking forward to that one, the Crimson Rim one. So because of that, those 3 reasons actually why, because that's when the Knights Rim popped up, and just to see the whole Kira thing like that really play out. Hell, who knows? Might get a Solo 2 because of that.
I don't think so.
Oh, good God.
Lando show.
Brooke,
I like
I loved Solo. It's like last on my list of rankings, but I still I really liked it when I saw it the first time.
I don't think we need a sequel to it, though. To be honest with you.
I don't necessarily know if we need a sequel to the movie itself, but I would love to follow up on those stories. Like, I want to know more about Kira, how she got from where we saw her in Solo to where we see her in more of the Bounty Hunters. Hoping that on Disney Plus Day, we'll get more information about the Lando show, because if that is also the same time period, we could get more stuff there. Also Donald Glover, but we can talk about that later.
Yes,
But
yes, Chris.
it like all ties into each other, honestly.
Right.
Someone say with. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I would
You
like
said
them
the word.
to start announcing some production dates for some of this stuff, but that's a couple hockey points down the road. So, are you guys expecting this series, or do you think this series is going to tie directly into the future of the Mandalorian, or do you think that Din and Boba are sort of done with each other?
I think the story premise will connect. I do not think any of the actual individual stories will connect into Mando. So whatever happens in the big scheme of things, as far as Book of Boba Fett, will tie in directly to Mando, which Mando will continue on its path connecting into the sequels.
I'm getting the same vibe as like the Marvel Netflix shows.
Mhm.
How like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, how they all have their own like
Oh wow! Hold the hell up!
They're okay. There's spamming in the chat.
Damn. I got this one. There we go. God.
Wow.
That's a first.
Wow.
What is happening?
There we go. All right. Cool. Jesus.
What the world?
Anyway, continue.
I
got it.
Pep says
Moving
hook
on.
me up with mod. Okay. Anyway, gives me the same vibes where they'll have like each season of the respected of each show will have their own storyline. But it sounded like at Investor Day last year that Kathleen Kennedy made it seem like they were all going to funnel into this like big finale of sorts, like the Ahsoka show, Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, and then Rangers of the New Republic. We don't know what's happening with that, but it sounded like they were all funneling into some sort of mashup thing together.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job of putting things together. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. So Grim,
Next talking point. I'm gonna have give Element mod.
Yeah, give me mod too.
When it comes them interconnecting with one another, I think it will a little bit. Boba did help him out a little bit there toward the end, so I think he might, be like, "Hey, you kind of owe me a favor, so I'm gonna need you to do some work."
Yeah, I was thinking sort of the exact same thing. Especially now that Mando's got the dark saber, he's got the spear. There's a popular theory, or I don't know if it's popular, but I really enjoy it, that it seems like Din is sort of collecting like the legendary Mandalorian artifacts. We know that that spear in Legends was used by one of the Mandalore. He's got the dark saber, obviously, which was created by Tar Vizsla on Mandalore, and it seems like he might be going to get like the last piece would be the helmet. I forget whose helmet it was.
Oh, I want to see that helmet in live action.
So I think it sort of looks like maybe we're going that way, because I mean, who else would have a Beskar spear? You know what I mean? So and the cool thing about it is he doesn't know anything about the spear, and it seems like Bo-Katan doesn't or hasn't said anything yet. But I think that they're sort of heading that way. So I think at some point, that Din's going to want to start uniting the clans, and having an ally like Boba is not a bad idea. And I think that at some point, they will cross paths, and I just don't know which show it's going to be on.
Yeah, and as you're talking, something hit me. Don't know how true this is going to be, but if he is going to be finding that helmet, they're bringing Thrawn in, and he likes to collect things.
Ooh.
So him also being connected to Ahsoka, we're knowing that he's going to be in the Ahsoka show. Maybe it's that might even tie in, and that's where he finds that helmet.
Yeah, that's very. There's so much going on. This is like the Star Wars universe that I wish we had
Right.
20 years ago. Are you ready to give a thought, Ryan? Or are you still busy?
Go ahead. So the thoughts. 1 second.
Do you think that Book of Boba Fett is going to lead into Mandalorian season 3 or future seasons or any of that?
So no, I don't. The Star Wars is nice at letting things connect and letting things use things to branch things off, but it's not going to just overshadow one or the other. And they're learning that. They were even skeptical with the whole Luke Skywalker thing in the Mando season finale, just so because they didn't want it to overshadow it. It was amazing, but to have something like a main character that's very well known overshadow another project just be counterproductive. So absolutely not. I don't think they will do that. If anything, they will allow them to branch off and make more spinoffs on different things.
Alrighty. For the next point, are any of you expecting a Kenobi trailer for Disney Plus Day?
Please.
It's obvious at this point. If they don't show up with a Kenobi trailer, they might as well shoot themselves in the foot. Plain and simple, because I mean, I've been all over TikTok. I've seen speculations. I've seen fake trailers. I've seen things on YouTube of people just fan arting the stuff. They might as well just drop it. Let us have our moment of and just move on.
I feel like we'll get something, but I don't think we're gonna get a trailer, at least any kind of full trailer. I think we might get similar to like what we got last year for Andor, where they have kind of like a little interview type thing with Ewan and maybe Hayden and like show off some of the sets. It's not like they can't put together something since they've wrapped, they've been wrapped for a couple months. I don't know. I just feel like it's so soon after we got the Boba Fett trailer. And now that Disney Plus Day is going to, it's not like Investor Day where it's like one big live stream. It seems like they're doing something specific for like the Disney stuff and the Marvel stuff, but there was nothing set in place for the Star Wars things. So I kind of am setting my expectations low. I feel like we might get, we might get a poster, we might get some teasers, we might get one of those like, here's what's coming in 2022, and it's like clips of a bunch of new stuff. And so maybe we'll get something. If we get a trailer at all, it'll be like Tatooine, and maybe we'll see, footsteps, and then we'll hear like Vader's breathing. I don't expect much. I also kind of hope that we don't get much, because this might be a hot take, but Kenobi to me right now is like the No Way Home of Star Wars, where it's just kind of, I love Kenobi, I'm excited for it, but it's also just kind of pissing me off, because let's let the other things also have their time to shine. Like,
don't
it's
shine in front of Boba.
Everyone's already excited about it. Maybe because I'm a Boba Fett fan, but like we're getting it. It's coming. We're excited about it. Let's focus on the other things that we're getting first. We don't know shit about the Acolyte. We don't know anything about the Lando show. I would rather see that stuff.
Don't get me started on the Acolyte. Don't even get me started on the Acolyte. I have been wishing that ever since they announced it. I'm still going through scenarios, what ifs, the whole 9 yards on that show alone. That is my Joker. Yeah. My Joker right there. Acolyte. Done.
Yeah, I was thinking we'd get at least a sizzle reel or something. Like the Kenobi show. The Kenobi show is the show that the fans have wanted since Disney bought Star Wars. Like, Disney bought Star Wars and everyone's like, Kenobi show, Kenobi movie. So, Yeah, they'll have to give us something. That was just my thought there because like I said, it is the Spider-Man No Way Home of Star Wars, but at the same time, it's fully Lucasfilm's project. They don't have to coordinate with Sony for every little announcement, trailer, things like that. So I am expecting something, if not at Disney Plus Day, um, further on. So we touched on this a bit, and I have to agree with you guys. The Acolyte is I think it would be my most anticipated thing if it was closer. Except that it's not yet. So I think I'm still most excited, for Book of Boba Fett, 'cause that should be later this year. But what other Star Wars shows or announcement are you hoping to see at Disney Plus Day?
More of the mall. If there isn't any, if the rumors are true and we are going to get a mall series, something more concrete, saying that, or having Maul just in a small one sentence or one paragraph talking about something, and that's all we get. Just him talking. No animation, no nothing, just hearing Sam in the Maul voice talking, and then Maul series. That would flip everybody's mind in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah. So, are we still on the expecting of Kenobi trailer or Disney Day?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, we skipped you, didn't we?
No, it's cool. What are we on right now? That's my question. So I'm just trying to make sure that we ain't got no disrespectful little punks in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, I could not believe that happened.
Made my eye twitch.
Yeah, that is what we're talking about right now.
So okay, so is it the okay, cool. So we're on the what Star Wars announcements like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So like you said, of course, my biggest thing I've always been anticipated from last year was the Acolytes. Of course, Ahsoka, we know that was coming out, but we have no information on the Acolyte.
I think they're really still storyboarding that. I haven't heard any casting, any director, any of that. I think
he's got a premise. I know he's got a premise, but as far as, sorry, go ahead.
So I was going to say, I think what they're doing with that is we know it's happening towards the end of the High Republic. I think they're really nailing down the phases of the High Republic, and I don't think we're going to see too much on that. Even though they did announce it, I don't think we're going to see too much on that until the last phase of High Republic.
Okay, yeah.
Even if they do cast people and start working on it, I don't think they're going to announce anything.
Gotcha. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I want to say like a Luke Skywalker, like a Adventures of Luke Skywalker series like that. That'd be nice.
That's coming. That's coming. They hired the VFX artist who did the fan-made deepfake. That's coming.
Gotcha. Okay.
All these flashbacks, all this stuff we're looking to see, they hired that guy for a reason.
Gotcha. Okay, I mean, otherwise, I'm. You know what? I want to go more into more of like the villain. It's like Boba's not a villain anymore. He's like Deadpool. He's like the anti-villain, anti-hero type thing. So I was like, I just do my own thing. So I would love to get of course, like I said, Acolytes. I'm excited for that one. I don't think it's more of like a villain. It's more like the rise of the view of the dark side. I would love to go on more of a villain kick, like see the inner workings of the villains, not just like the what is this called, the underworld, the underworld stuff, but like just like the villain, like what makes them tick, like Palpatine. We know he's fucked up, but what was, you can't just say, unlimited power. Okay, you shocking everybody. We get that. You're electrocuting people. Why do you
Welcome
need
to
all that
my
power?
world.
So like,
Welcome to my world.
things like
That's
that.
all I do. That is all I ever think about all the time is just the bad guys. Because without the bad guys, we don't have good guys. Period.
And see, and that's the thing, though. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what line is bad, and when did they cross that line? That, you know, screw it, I'm just done with this, because it's all about perception, and a different matter of perspective. So yeah, it's just like, all I love gets more bad villain stuff, like Thrawn. A Thrawn series is gonna be great when it comes out, because it's gonna happen. We already know it's gonna happen. If it's gonna be cameos or whatever, we're getting some kind of Thrawn sprinkle here, little Thrawn sprinkle there, little Thrawn sprinkle right here. It's gonna happen because he's just so mysterious and intriguing. So yeah, that's what I would like to see more announcements on around the villains.
Yeah, I do I wanna address what Camilla said in the chat.
Sorry about that.
She
This one?
says, yes, it makes sense for them to drop the Kenobi stuff because it'll incentivize people to get a Disney Plus membership. I totally agree. But thinking in that same mindset of like marketing and whatnot, Star Wars Celebration is in May. And every celebration since Disney has bought Star Wars has centered around one of the movies. We got all of the movies, their trailers premiered at Celebration. So I'm thinking, what is going to be Celebration 2022? And I feel like we'll definitely get something for Kenobi on Disney Plus Day. But that's also the most anticipated thing from Lucasfilm right now. So if we don't get it in the spring, if we don't get the show in the spring, I fully believe that we might not see anything until then. Just thinking about that. Unless they have something else in the works that they have not announced that they can release something about, you know what I mean? In May. And they also moved it up. It was supposed to be in August. There's a reason they moved it up from August to May next year, while we're still kind of in the middle of a pandemic. It feels like that was a deliberate move, unless it was just logistical stuff. But I don't know. I'm just like, what are they going to do for Celebration that's going to, you know, be as big as The Rise of Skywalker, if that makes sense? Because this is the first one coming off of the Skywalker saga.
They could be launching that Republic Flyers movie. That's one that a lot of people have been wondering, because that's one where we all have assumptions that Hera might show up in. Dune.
That got delayed.
Oh, did it get delayed?
Yeah. Rogue Squadron, yeah.
Patty Jenkins has
Dang it.
The take I heard is that Patty Jenkins is working on like a bunch of stuff, so they pushed it. She's got like 2 or 3 projects.
Dang it.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
looking forward to that. I think it'll be great. We don't know anything about that though. We don't know if this is the rebellion. We don't know if this is the resistance. We don't know if it's New Republic. We have zero information. So while I am excited for that, it's one of those things like I don't have enough information to really be hyped for. That's sort of how my brain works usually. I usually like I'll see an announcement and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But I don't hype myself up for a project until we start getting real information, because then it's like, okay, this is actually happening. It's actually coming out.
No, I agree with you on that one. I learned not to hype myself up around new stuff. Like, oh, we getting this. Great. I'm going to forget about you until it comes out. Because I'm not going to be sitting there like open. Let's go. No, I'm cool.
I'm completely opposite. Go ahead, Grim. Sorry.
I used to be that way until Last Jedi, and there's so many people just ruined it for me. And like I went there with expectations, because watching all the YouTube stuff and looking at every trailer and theory eyes and everything, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna wait till it comes out, enjoy it. And I did that with The Rise of Skywalker. Loved it. Loved it. I'm like, good movie, great. Why you guys pissed? I don't get it. So yeah, it's yeah, but yeah. Where are we at with this one?
So we have time to talk about Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh,
So, are we expecting a full announcement for Jedi Fallen Order 2 during the next Investor Day later this month?
Brooke, you want to go with this one?
I am hoping for a confirmation that it's like, yes, this is a thing. Maybe we'll get some sort of teaser like we did for KOTOR, but I'm not expecting that much. I'm expecting a confirmation of like, you guys loved it so much, it's coming back. We're working on it. I even saw if you do like some deep diving, you can see that like Respawn has posted jobs listings on LinkedIn and stuff like that recently. And I even saw a guy on Twitter tweet out that today was his first day working on like the Jedi team. For Respawn.
Oh yeah, it's definitely happening then.
And I was like, interesting. So it's just I think a matter of time before they announce that it's a thing. I was not that deep into the online community when they announced the first Fallen Order, so I'm not sure how that happened. If it was, they just got a trailer and that's when they announced it, or whatever. But it's even like the internet has changed so much, even from like the last 2 or 3, 4 years. So, you know what I mean? Like everything's changing.
Pep just applied for the.
I love it.
Me too. Like I if I had the skills, I would do that, but I don't.
Get the job and then send me everything. Send me all the stuff that you get. All the swag. I want it all.
no, yeah. Fallen Order, it's a thing. I mean, if you, it is happening. I thought it was confirmed last year. No, we're doing a Fallen Order 2 because this. I swear they confirmed it, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure that it was confirmed by like media outlets. I don't know if it was confirmed like at a thing.
Oh.
And I have absolutely no idea where they are in the development cycle of it. So I'm wondering because right now their video games are sort of, as far as I understand it, Star Wars games are sort of in limbo right now. We know there's going to be a Fallen Order 2. We have nothing on Battlefield, and there's a nebulous sort of something coming from Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, what they're doing with the video games right now for Star Wars, this is my biggest theory, but just knowing how the gaming industry is, for Star Wars especially, EA had exclusive rights for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
now
they're
putting a fire under EA's ass and saying, "Hey, people was pissed off with you guys. They didn't like a lot of things that you did. So we're not going to take away your license fully, but we're giving you competition. So now it's a bidding war and competition time. So if you don't do good with this next one, you're done." That's what this is.
Yeah, that's why I feel like we'll hear something soon because it's like, oh shit, we got to get our shit together.
Yep.
And post,
Exactly.
something.
So it's going to be a great, I would say, next year for Star Wars video games for us. We'll get some good quality Star Wars games. I just
finally
hope
get
that...
Lego Star Wars.
What's that?
Finally get Lego Star Wars.
Right?
I completely agree with Depaul. I think it's going to be at least another year. We might get something KOTOR wise in the next event or next Investors Day, but I highly doubt we'll get anything Fallen Order or any other game for at least another year and a half, 2 at the very most.
Yeah, I'm not expecting.
No way.
I'm not expecting a trailer at all. Like I said, I just we know it's a thing. I'm wondering if we're going to get some announcements of like what these projects actually are, maybe working titles for them at Investor Day. It won't obviously be on Disney Plus Day. because we have zero idea who else is doing anything other than Respawn is working on Fallen Order 2 and obviously the Ubisoft thing, but we don't have anything for anything else. So I'm wondering what's going on.
I also don't even know if we'll get anything for Investor Day because that is like directly Disney related projects, whereas the Star Wars games are kind of like contracted out to like the different like EA and and Ubisoft and things like that. So I think those are almost separate. You know what I mean? But if you've been following the Bring Home the Bounty thing for Boba Fett, it's like this campaign that they launched on, I think they announced it on Good Morning America, where it's like every week Star Wars would be coming out with either new merch, new collectible products, things like they would be releasing stuff every week. And on the little graphic, there was like a different icon on each week. And for I think week 10 or 11, it was like a game controller. And I think that's what kind of started the rumors of, are we going to get a Fallen Order announcement in December? Because that's kind of when it is, which is usually the same time that Investor Day is. So, I mean, it could go either way. I don't know, but yeah.
Interesting. There's a lot of stuff I've been looking at some other stuff that's coming out very soon in terms of video games, but they're not Star Wars related. So I'm looking at Elden Ring.
Ooh.
I have made the decision that whether I buy it on PS4 or I have my PC at the time, I'm buying it day one and dealing with.
Oh yes.
Dealing with whatever, because I don't want to avoid YouTube and TikTok and all of that before I play it.
I haven't heard of that one, but I'll check it out.
If you are a fan of From Software, you know what it is. If not, you probably don't.
I'll check it out. I'm actually going to be I'm getting a Oculus, so I'll be doing
I want an
Lucky.
Oculus, but I don't want to pay for an Oculus.
I'm going to talk.
I want one, but I just don't got the room.
You don't need as much room as you think. If you have a decent, like if you have like a 4x4 space, that's enough room. Like, cause my living room is I think like 10 by 12, but obviously I have a bunch of furniture and my TV and everything in there. But like, if I just move my footstool out of the living room and then I have plenty of room. My buddy has one. He brings it over sometimes. So we play Beat Saber and a few other things on it. So yeah, if it's something you want, I don't think they're that hard to get. Well, they're going to get hard to get this holiday season probably. But if that's really what you're thinking about, then yeah, you don't need a ton of room.
Okay. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, it's. I see all the Star Wars games on it, so I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going for that one.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
bunch of Star Wars games.
There's a couple
I
of them
still
on
want to play
Steam.
Vader Immortal.
Yeah.
I want to play that so bad.
Oh man, this is great. What else? Fallen Order though. Fallen Order is great. I love that stuff. So I can't wait for that to come out. Fallen Order 2.
So, other than Brooke, has everyone completed Fallen Order here?
Yes.
Grim, I know you have, right?
Yeah, several times.
Yeah. Well, okay. Brooke's almost there.
So
I just
close.
have-
Yeah.
I just haven't beat it on the hardest difficulty, which I'm trying.
Yeah.
If I learn to parry.
That's oh my. Yeah,
So,
Brooke, advice. Take your time. I can't tell you how many times I have yelled at my phone like, "Woman, dodge!"
It's so bad. I am like, I need to spam all the buttons. That's how you play this game, right?
no.
You play all the games.
Core's
It
done the
was-
same thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was funny because Element was watching me while I was trying to beat Taron Malicos, and he was saying the same thing. And I was like, I'm trying, but I panicked. And it took me like a good 2 hours to finally get it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and then in like one of the last topics on this. So The one thing so they've announced that it's coming. Where does the story go for a sequel for this game?
Personally, I would rather have them do a pickup right from the one left off, but more focus on the actual Jedi Holocron. How significant is that Holocron?
Well, it's destroyed.
Because out of all of the lore, as far as my knowledge goes, we don't get much about those holocrons, both from Sith or Jedi. All we know is that they store information, they're able to find younglings, and that's it. Like they're just training tools.
Yeah.
Why are they so important? Like, are they just technology, or are they something else entirely?
So that'll be interesting. So we really don't know anything about how they're really made. Other than once they're constructed, you can kind of talk to it and record stuff onto it. Jocasta Nu, if you've read the Vader comics, Jocasta Nu has like a wall full of them, which is really, really interesting. So,
well, that's in that one episode of the Clone Wars where Ahsoka gets like banished to the library. You see Kit Fisto go in to like the room where all the holocrons are stored. Reminds me a lot of like if you know Harry Potter, like the Order of the Phoenix, they go into like the room with all the prophecy things.
Yep.
The room of requirement. Yeah.
At the Ministry of Magic where they go to find whatever. It reminds me a lot of like that. Where it's just kind of like a library of data that's like is stored, which is why they had Cad Bane go in there to try to get the holocron that had the list of Force sensitive children in the Clone Wars. So I'm wondering if that's the same list. Same one.
Yeah. It's very interesting because
I've always been under the assumption that there's been like multiple lists.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it from an actual narrative standpoint, the list that Cad Bane got or stole and the one that like Cal has are completely different because they stole that one from the temple itself while this one came from Eno or
Eno.
Cordova. Eno.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure they had multiple lists. It's a big galaxy.
It'd be insane if it was the same list. Just carrying this one list that has all the children in the universe who are Force sensitive.
It has to update, so I can't. These are all no. I'm pretty sure that they ain't got an updated list. They probably got like a little outdated, but still, you were
this kid's like 12 now.
You were 3 when this came out. You're 19. What the fuck? Wasn't expecting that. But
I'd like more backstory on Marin.
Yeah, definitely.
Which could be a way to bring Ventress back in a flashback of sorts.
Why do you do that to me?
I'm just saying.
Why? Like between Dooku, Maul, Asajj, they're the only ones that are unique out of all the Sith or Force users. Next to Kylo, like they are unique. I don't even know how to best describe it. Like Maul is just pure rage, while Dooku is like this James Bond-ish, suave, calm individual, and Asajj is just this seductive witch. If that makes sense. Like, they're all different uniques. They're some of my favorite characters. Sorry.
So just touch on that. You said Ventress is some seductive witch?
Yeah, she feels like... I've always put Star Wars video games as, like, Star Wars D&D.
Mm-hmm.
So she'd be more like that... succubus.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just always attracting the opposite, or in this case, always engaging in combat. she's using her own body in a way as a tool, not just her skills with a sword and her powers.
You've really got to read Dark Disciple.
Yeah.
I do. I need to read
you gotta
more.
read that.
That's
Really
it.
Like,
That's
this-
it. Like
The audiobook is really good too.
It
If
is.
Asajj is your
That's what I got.
favorite, if Asajj is your favorite character, like go order it on Audible, like right now. After the
You
podcast.
If you can get past Mace Windu's Southern accent that Mark Thompson
oh,
gives him,
that just made it even better.
rest,
Now
the rest of the audiobook, the rest of the
all I'm gonna
audiobook
be
is
able to
great.
hear is freaking Samuel L. Jackson with a Southern accent.
This is how bad it is. So I was listening to it on a flight, right? I was like, okay, I was on the airplane. I was listening to it. I dozed off and got to Miss Windu's part. It woke me up. I thought somebody was talking to me next to the plane. I'm listening. I'm like, Mace Windu.
It's
That's
bad.
not
It's
Mace
really bad.
Windu.
And usually Mark Thompson's really good at his impressions of characters, but Mace Windu can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's what he thinks Samuel L. Jones sounds like.
Oh man.
Okay.
Whew, that's good times right there.
So who else has thoughts on where the story is going? Because I'm like one of the things when they announced that it was getting a direct sequel, I was like, so what are they doing now? So I don't know. I'm so this was a question I asked because I don't know what you do with this. Do you have anybody else?
I was thinking about it in like terms of what would be a cool, like, obviously the narrative is very important, but like we got the second sister, we got all these really cool lightsaber battles, and then we get Darth Vader at the end of the game. What's going to happen in the next one? Obviously there are still Inquisitors around, so I'm sure that they will bring Inquisitors into the story somehow. But this is why I'm like, they could bring Darth Maul in and it would be really cool, because we don't really know where he's been from, end of season 7 of the Clone Wars to Malachor. And that's a lot of time in between that we're missing. I feel like even just like kind of a cameo of sorts, like they had with Vader at the end of the game, or, midpoint of the game or whatever, to have some sort of Maul introduction.
Cal was part of the Scrappers Guild.
I was going to say, I don't remember who I was talking to. I think it was Harris who mentioned that there were rumors floating around that Fallen Order 2 could also be dealing with like the criminal underworld. I don't know how true, how much validity there is to that, but considering that's the route they're going with like Book of Boba Fett, with War of the Bounty Hunters, with this whole time period in between Order 66 and the originals, it's possible.
And it makes a lot of sense too, because Grease owes everybody money. So, I mean, it's like a whole entire plot point that changes like every planet in the game.
Yeah,
it does.
You got any thoughts, Grim?
Since you do get captured by bounty hunters, I could see them being hunted throughout the game and having that be kind of part of the narrative. Vader being there, he's like, okay, now they got the Empire on them. They got these bounty hunters after them. What else is their captain going to get them into? He's like, oh no, like, yeah, I kind of owe this guy money too. Like, while they figure out, like, maybe they find another Jedi artifact along their way of kind of dodging all these threats. But honestly, other than that, I don't really know where they could go with it.
It's such an original story that they could almost go in any direction with it, really. I mean, from all inspected purposes, without Vader at the end, this could have been its own separate storyline, period.
Oh yeah.
So It could be too. I like the idea. One of the things that I really liked about this game in particular was the introduction of the Zepho culture. Um, so I'm wondering if we get a look into anything else. And like I was saying while Brooke was playing, I think a lot of us want them to go to Lothal. And one of the things that I really think this game needed was a fast travel option. So I'd like to see them go to Lothal, see them deal with the Loth Wolves and the Loth Cats, and sort of investigate that. Uh, seeing them investigate sort of another culture, another something like the Zepho, an ancient force using culture that predates the Jedi in some way. Because I think that's another aspect of Star Wars that doesn't get talked about enough is like the Jedi were around for a long, long time, but what did the Force look like to other cultures?
I definitely like that. I like that a lot. Since we're getting more away from the Jedi from a narrative standpoint, excuse me, especially with the Acolyte, with what little information we have, we know we're going to be getting more dark side information. With Fallen Order, we got some more information with another culture with Force Wielders, Clone Wars, the Night Sisters, Rebels, the whole planet of Lothal. It's up in the air. The Force is everywhere. We've been told that since day one.
Yep. So one thing I think I would like to ask: would any of you like to see Marin as a playable character, possibly with her own separate playthrough? Either way,
I'd
That
love
would
to be able to play her. Go ahead.
sorry. That would be interesting to going throughout the map and using her magic to open up different passageways that Cal can't. Getting different rewards, getting different pieces throughout your journey.
I actually like that, Grim. I actually do. Because when I was rereading those questions earlier, I was like, how would you play this character? Since she is a witch by definition, how would the Force wield not go into legend territory to keep this story canon? How would you be able to play her without giving her like the Night Sister bow and arrow or some of the other weapons that we saw in the first Fallen Order? How would this work? I liked how you put that. Have her as a game mechanic. It would be kind of a drawback a little bit because I think a lot of people like Brooke would love to actually physically play her, but at the same time, that would make a lot more sense.
Well, think about it narratively too. So in the first game, Cal is cut off from the Force, so that's why he doesn't have any like special skills, which he learns throughout the game as he's remembering different things about his training. So usually when you start a new game, you just start at 0 and then you have to like relearn all those skills. But because they went that route where it was part of the story, I'm wondering how they're going to do that for Fallen Order 2. It can't be like, oh, all of a sudden he just forgets everything.
Amnesia.
So, right. So they could do that with Marin maybe. So I'm trying to think. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and some of the Kingdom Hearts games, like the first part of the game is you're playing as a different character other than Sora. So like Kingdom Hearts 2, you play like a quarter of the game as Roxas, who is also kind of similar, like Amnesia, I don't have any skills kind of thing. And I'm trying to think of what else. And then you play the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, you play as, well, it's technically not the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, but like the prologue to it, you play as a different character. So I could see that them maybe going that route with Marin in the beginning, or have her be like not necessarily an interchangeable character, but there'll be different missions that you go on where you get to play as Marin instead of Cal.
Uh-huh.
and you learn kind of like through her in that way.
Yeah.
Kind of like taking a Spider-Man approach, where you're not just playing as Spider-Man, but you're also playing as Mary Jane or as Miles from the that kind of thing. That'd be interesting.
I also love that idea. I see in the chat, give her a unique lightsaber that she builds. I like the idea of Cal teaching her and Seer teaching her like the Force.
Yeah. So I was watching your playthrough, and it's been a while since I completed the game. And one of the things that immediately came to me, because I've been thinking about this a lot. It's going to be winter. This is the time when I play video games. She was on Bogano, and she was like, I don't understand what I'm feeling here. Like, it's so much more simple than Dathomir, and yet I don't understand it. So I would really like her to be a playable character, and possibly be like a separate campaign. And yes, Element. She could definitely have a light whip. That would be amazing. And so one of the cool things I would like to see with Marin is illusion and raise dead spells, because we know that she can do that we know that she can do the raise dead, and we know that she can do force projections. We know that she can do a lot of this really cool stuff that Cal can't. So I think it would be having her as either the main protagonist or as a second protagonist with her own campaign would bring a lot of variety to the gameplay. Like you could raise fallen enemies, you could do things like that. So it would really change up the game mechanics as far as what you're able to do. Do you have any thoughts, Depaul, on if Marin should be a playable character in Fallen Order 2?
I think it should be like an add-on, yes. Oh, on Fallen Order 2?
Fallen Order 2, yeah.
Yeah. They should do like basically, you know how they did like Arkham Knight and all stuff like that? You can actually switch and have like Nightwing or play as Robin, like that. I think they should have that ability, or even have some kind of story arc in there for her. That they go on two different paths like that. But yeah, I absolutely. That'd be kind of cool. That would actually touch more. Yeah, I said this. I'm so sorry. that would be a great way to touch on more of like the Night Sisters' powers and stuff like that too.
Yeah. And, the other thing I was thinking is, even if she didn't have her own campaign, like if they do the level design right, they could have Cal only paths, Marin only paths, or both character paths.
Yeah.
So that the different characters can get different things or explore different parts of the world and things like that.
That's actually a good thing. No. That can work real well.
I'd also really love to play as BD1.
Just
like, oh no, we can't fit in this tiny thing, but BD, you can.
Yeah, that's they do that in that's like huge Ratchet and Clank vibes right there.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of Clank sections.
We just need to pitch somebody out there to make a gunk droid video game, and there's the video game.
Oh my god. More gonks in Star
Wars. Or heck, you never know. Maybe there might be a gunk sidekick character in the Book of Boba Fett. Who knows?
I want like a Chopper-esque gonk.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
A gunk with attitude.
Yeah.
Gunk.
Give a gonk like a knife. And he could take over the world.
Oh man.
If only they could walk faster than a toddler who just learned to walk.
Just put wheels on the bottom of them.
Oh my god, a gonk and Heelys.
Wheelies!
It turned into freaking Chopper with the one wheel and dual blasters.
Jeez.
Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, all right. So we're at the whole word of the story. Oh, Marin. Okay, cool. So I'm caught up now. We got some mods in the chat. We're good. No negative stuff going on in chat, and yeah, I'm back here. So with that said, what are some? We didn't cover the what are some game elements that you'd like to see in the next game? Did we?
Nope. We just covered Baron.
Okay. So yeah, what are some game elements? Well, it's kind of like a segue into it. Which you kind of just did.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
So, yeah, perfect.
I didn't do that part by accident. You know, sometimes I do. Sometimes things happen by accident. This one was actually on purpose.
I personally want more quality of life stuff. I'm one of those always trying to go for 100%. And don't get me wrong, I understand the purpose of Fallen Order. You always want to go explore that whole 9 yards. But I'm also a lazy man. So item finder, please, or some way that I can be able to find that item. That would be the best personally. That's just me. Like, that's quality of life that I want.
Make the maps not confuse. Make them readable.
Yes,
because they're awful.
Yes,
Zepho was the worst.
I hate Zepho.
The hologram.
I didn't have any problems with the map. Like, the zoom feature works really well. The zoom, the scale, the slide.
My brain does not comprehend the like different levels and like where I have to be. I don't know. I don't know how they can make it better. I'd love. Oh, you know what I would like? Similarly, I think to what we were talking about with like a way to be able to find something. So like in the missions, it gives you like a Jedi symbol, and it's like, oh, that's where you have to go. But if there was some sort of compass, any kind of like little thing in the corner that was like you're going the right way.
Yeah, that would be useful.
Tremendous.
Like,
that would help tremendously.
Being able to set stuff on the end game mini map on the holo map, and then having some sort of indicator in the corner. Yeah, that's a great
or like
idea.
Set a pin where you want to go, and it can help you get there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. What do they do? I don't want them to bring any kind of flying missions in that damn game because.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. It doesn't need it.
No, it doesn't. And I'm like, keep that out. Please don't bring that in. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I mean, I can't say it's pretty good. It's pretty damn great. I mean, the flow of everything, the dynamics of it, the mechanics of it, it was really good. But yeah, just like the different missions and like tapping into different characters and plots and storylines, that'd be cool. I'm trying, I don't know. I like more. Nah, leave that one out. I don't say more lightsaber stuff like the customization, but I'm like, I guess we can. It's good how it is.
Do you have any thoughts, Grim?
Speaking of lightsabers, as I said earlier, I'm pretty much on my TikTok. I just do only lightsaber stuff. But as you know, Core, I am playing that game, The Ghost of. I can never remember how to say the name of the
Tsushima.
game. That my favorite part about that game so far is switching between stances. Now we already had that a little bit with the dual bladed lightsaber and then switching off one blade. Honestly, if for the second game, I would love for us to be able to switch between different lightsaber forms.
Yes.
While having that too, to fight different styles of enemies.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And,
go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You can go right.
Actually,
because I have like a list of stuff that I want from this game
to come out tomorrow.
If any of you guys know, like, I am a huge From Software fan. Like,
is it me? Oh, never mind.
I didn't play Demon Souls, because what I heard from the community at large was that Demon's Souls was an impossible hard game. You don't want to get, and I have limited time to play and master video games, but I decided I was going to play Dark Souls because no one would shut up about Dark Souls, and I'm like, this game can't be that good. It is. The one thing that I absolutely love about what From Software does is, so one of the things that people talk about with like games is like it's easy to learn, difficult to master. Dark Souls is the exact opposite. Dark Souls is hard to learn, but it's once you learn it, it's incredibly easy to master. So I have a whole list of things that this game took a huge inspiration from that. So one of my biggest things, and I think Grim said the perfect way to do it is give me more. One of my biggest complaints with playing through Fallen Order is that you basically max out your character and it's the same as everybody else who's played the game. There's no differentiation at the end of the game between your character and mine. So give me a way to get different styles. Give me a way to really build the character that I want to play versus the character that you think the most people are going to like. If that makes sense to anybody.
No, it makes sense.
Like definitely like more customization, not just for your lightsaber and the lightsaber styles, but more customizations in general for Cal. If I know I'm gonna butcher her name, but Mara,
Marin?
Marin. Customization options for her if she is a playable character. Just more customization in general to give a much more unique feel compared to everybody else's gameplays.
Here's where I would have an issue with that. Sorry, Xcore. One of the best things that I love about Fallen Order is the fact that it's skill based. Like plain and simple, cut and dry. It is the player who is in control, not having like a +10 or a +10 or +20 on damage or anything else like that. Like they left all of that customization only pure cosmetic.
And that's the thing that I dislike about it. So in order to get through the game, you have to be good at the game. Like that's the one thing about difficulty sliders and all that is you can turn the difficulty to story mode and breeze through it. So you can turn the challenge off or you can turn the challenge up to 11. The thing that I like about Dark Souls, which this game took its combat from and tweaked, is that how you get through Dark Souls is completely up to you. You can play the game with starting equipment and never upgrade, and you can beat it. Or you can explore and get better weapons. You can beat it that way. You can farm levels. You can beat it that way. You can play a tank. You can play an archer. You can play a wizard. You can play a rogue. That's what I want to see more of in games, where there's a set challenge. And again, this is a very niche thing, and it's a very Souls community thing. But a niche a game where you are in control of how you get through a given challenge. Because that's the one thing. Like I decided that the second difficulty, the Jedi Knight difficulty, was a bit too easy for me. But the jump between Jedi Knight and Jedi Master is a lot higher than I expected. So I'm having a lot more problems playing through Jedi Master, but Jedi Knight is too easy.
No, I get where you're coming from. I get it.
Yeah, and I'm on Grandmaster.
Yeah, and like I said, and that's
kind of shot myself in the foot.
I'm just gonna hide underneath here because I still play on Jedi on like the easiest damn level because I just love the story. So I'm just like, yeah, this is just fun. I'm
care. Right there with you, bro. No,
listen, when I play Minecraft, I usually play on peaceful mode. So
yeah, and that's one of the things is like I would like to see them like if you're going to adopt Dark Souls, adopt it. And then the only other big thing that I really really need in that game is fast travel. Like especially like they don't have to unlock it until almost at the end of the game, but one of the things is there's so much backtracking in that game if you are trying to get 100%. And even if you're not, like you go back to the same planets multiple times and you always start from the ship and you always have to go to the other side of the map. And while they did a great job with the level design and getting you different shortcuts and things like that, if I have to go from the landing pad to the life tree to find something that I missed, I want to be able to just get there.
Yeah, or if you're like me and get lost on Zepho every time you go.
Yeah, the ice caves on Zepho are one of the few examples in that game of bad level design because while there are features in each place, they look very similar. If that makes
I got
any
lost
sense.
on Elm.
Yep. Again, yeah, it's the ice places where I think people have problems.
I was so lost. Like once I got to that center part and trying to melt the wall, I was like, okay, where do I go next? What? Huh?
Yeah.
It's
That's the fun part, though. That's part of the fun, exploring.
I want to play a story, not a Zelda game. Come on now.
Well, don't knock Zelda, man. I love me some Zelda.
Oh,
Nah, for sure. But no, to touch on what you guys are saying about the skill level, I get that you have different levels like Grandmaster and Jedi Master and Jedi and Padawan and all like that level wise, difficulty levels. Something that I mean, you said customization would be nice. Would be the whole like you can max out your whole talent skills. I think that they should allow to make it challenging. Is he back? Make it more challenging is that you can't max out your skill levels. You only get a certain amount of skill points throughout this. So you have to choose where you want to maximize your level, your skills.
Oh.
So you're not OP or you have everything. And I'm gonna say OP, but you can't use everything. Like you can use the force, but you're not going to be have a longer freeze time, or
like
you
in Borderlands.
push, but you can't push 4 people. You only push 1. It's like that. So that's I think they should do it like that, or have the opportunity to do like that, or the ability to do that way.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, and the one more thing I have, I don't know, I told you I had a list because I've been thinking about it since I played it. The one thing I think they should include is something more than just either straight buffs to your health or force or cosmetics, like because you could to 100% complete that game, you have to spend a lot of time on it, and it would be nice if you're opening a chest to not know what's inside, and to not know what it's going to affect. So, something to maybe increase your saber damage, or something to increase your armor, or like it just goes down to how do you want to play the game? Because one of the things that I do love is that it makes you feel like a Jedi. One of the things that I don't really like is that there's one way to play it.
D&D part of me is screaming. Just open up one chest, and instead of it being like a mimic, it's just rigged to blow up.
Yes.
It's like random. It's like, awesome. Maybe I'll get something good. Boom.
God, I miss those days.
Luckily, I never ran into one.
Different items would be cool. Like you
Yeah.
open it the chest and it's like a Bacta spray or something. You know what I mean? That would like give you a little bit of health that's separate from like your stim packs or something. like different items, I think would be kind of nice.
Or like a back to patch that like slowly heals you over time. So if you don't want to waste a stim and you're not in combat, yeah, that's a really good idea. Pep, I hope you get this job.
Oh, did he really apply?
I mean, he said he did. I don't know
He
if he's.
applied.
He said he did. It didn't put the JK or LOL. Or wait, did he put the LOL? I can't remember.
Oh man.
The only other thing that I would want to see is at least a difficulty where the lightsabers and blasters do some serious damage to your player. Like one or two, maybe 3 hits with a lightsaber during one of those duels, and you're done.
Ooh.
We've seen a couple of different types of blasters where sometimes it only takes 1 hit to take you down. So you get hit 1 time, done.
Yeah.
It would be that would take it into the realms of the Dark Souls difficulty, but I would love to see that because it's always bugged me. Like when I'm playing games like Jedi Academy and I'm getting hit with a lightsaber and I'm just not immediately gone.
That's what saves me from not spending eight years on a game, but so I'm gonna respectfully decline.
And that's sort of where I do come back to the From Software thing. So like if you could play it that way, like Grim wants to play it, where you set up, you have the least armor and the least health on your character, and you play it through parries and dodges. Or
I'll never beat it.
You could play it. You could play it in the middle, or you could play it where you're wearing the most protective armor, but you can't parry and dodge as well. It sort of gives like, and I know that's hard to do, especially with it being a Star Wars game, because you still have to feel like a Jedi. But I mean, even in that, I mean, look at Vader. Look at the way Vader fights. Vader is basically a knight. He stands his ground, and that's how he fights because of his limitations, because of his suit. So
Vader's a tank.
Yeah, he stands his ground and he uses his mastery and his skill and his power, his natural raw power. Whereas somebody like Yoda uses his natural ability to just be a tornado with a lightsaber.
A fidget spinner.
Lightsaber.
yeah. He's a yeah. I mean, so because it's just, I don't know. I'm always for the player deciding how to play the game.
So the best way to play a game is not to die.
Or master other games that are in similar combat style. I can't tell you how many times I've went through the Batman Arkham series in general, all the way through playthroughs. I found Jedi Fallen Order the most difficult, but I felt so prepared for it thanks to Batman. The combat system is somewhat similar.
Yeah, they did pull a little bit from that with the.
Okay.
I don't remember where I heard this from, but I heard someone say that like they want to be able to actually disconnect their sabers and use 2 sabers at one time and not have it just be a move that you can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I like your that's why I really like your stance. Your stance thing could bring almost everything I'm talking about into fruition. Like you have a Vader stance, you have an Asajj stance, you have a Yoda stance. You know what I mean? And then depending on your play style, like that's how you spec in, and then you have your force powers, and like Depaul said, you can spec certain ones, but unless you want to spend 20 hours on a playthrough just grinding, you're not going to be able to spec everything to the max.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like that makes sense. Just like, yeah, you can, but you have to gain so much freaking XP that you'll be there for a good 40 to 80 hour gameplay.
Yep.
I'm
So-
okay with that. I have no life.
It's yeah, okay. I was gonna say, well, even the story won't let you do that. You have to like do like what was it? Minuscule and tedious tasks to gain that XP.
No
That's
skipping
right.
side quests.
Huh?
Yep.
No skipping side quests.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't skip like
I
to do
mean-
that. You can't skip no side quests. You got to kill every rabbit. You got to do everything.
Yeah, it is.
Skipping the cinematic. Must have. Period. Next game. It's one thing to go through this game once and watch everything. It's another when you're going through it like say an 8th time and you still can't skip the cinematic to go straight into the next level.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
It's fair.
Makes sense. Okay. So it sounds like we're all hyped for a Book of Boba.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm That's
And
December,
Fall
right?
Huh?
That's December, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's coming
It's
up.
Christmas. That's Disney saying Merry Christmas to y'all. You Star Wars fans, Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Disney's giving us a lot this Christmas. They're giving us Book of Boba and they're giving us Hawkeye, which I'm excited for. So I'm gonna agree with Brooke that Boba Fett wasn't my favorite character until Mando season 2, and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'm on board. And I think that with the Disney Plus stuff coming up, I think Hawkeye is going to do that for a lot of people because this show looks good. I was like, oh, they're doing a Hawkeye series. I don't really care. I'll watch it because it's Marvel and I like to watch the MCU. But I'm excited for that. I'm like, so excited for Book of Boba. I need something new. Like, well, the one thing that I want Disney to do that they haven't done is I want them to space out when they're giving us Marvel versus when they're giving us Star Wars. They gave us Bad Batch and Loki at about the same time. Now they're giving us Hawkeye and Boba Fett at the same time. It's like, no, okay, so do one, then do the other, then do one. You know what I mean?
See,
Oh,
I got
looks.
this.
So like leapfrog it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
What's up, Brooke?
No, I was just looking at the calendar because Hawkeye starts, I believe, on the 24th.
Mhm.
Unless they skip a week or something, it looks like Boba Fett will premiere on the same day as the Hawkeye finale.
See,
There's 6 episodes.
Oh, okay, okay.
now here's the thing.
So that's weird.
I don't mind that. Honestly, I don't mind them giving like having 2 or 3 shows running at the same time. Content reason wise, it can be overwhelmed if you're like trying to create TikTok content. You can be overwhelmed, but from a just a viewer standpoint and enjoying stuff, it's amazing. It makes the week go by great. Like, okay, you have something you're looking forward to. Like when they had Loki and then had Bad Batch. We had Loki on Wednesdays. We had Bad Batch on Fridays. It was really nice. It's like, oh, cool. We go to the Bad Batch support group on TikTok and we'll BS with the friends a little bit. On Wednesdays, we had the Loki support group or whatever, like that. So it was nice because you had something looking forward to. I did TikTok on this before too. Disney is missing a rare opportunity to bring back TGI Friday, TGIF. If you have
Facts.
old enough to remember that,
Facts.
it was like, dude, you have your own app for this. TGIF be awesome. It'd be a little bit too long because they're hour series and stuff like that. But still, you're missing a good opportunity to capitalize on this and create a whole new trend on this because it's like I enjoy it. Like you can have something every day of the week, or at least 4 days of the week, something like that, just to give people content. That's going to keep everybody on your app constantly subscribing. It's like. But
that's why I was suggesting like leapfrogging because so we had Bad Batch and Loki, and then what have we had since Bad Batch? Really, that's brand new series wise to watch.
me personally, I'm a behind the scenes kind of guy. Every time a new show drops, I'm always on like Marvel's Assemble or Star Wars gallery.
I
Just
am
watching that
forgetting what
behind.
if. I am
Yep.
forgetting what if that was on, but
Well, yeah, what up?
and the other thing for me is I have limited time and opportunity to really sit down and watch a TV show, even if it is once a week. Like, you know, I come, especially with my schedule the way it was and the way it's probably gonna end up being here pretty soon at the end of the month. So it's like it's one of those things where I have to constantly decide what am I watching on my day off.
I understand that. I get that.
But that's, I mean, I am that. Then again, I am the minority where it comes to that.
Okay. Well, we got a lot to look forward to. So, and we got the future's looking bright for us Star Wars fans. If you're Disney fans, it's looking bright because
Yeah,
they're forking these things out for us and give us some great content. So we have a lot to be excited for. As Element said right here. And you got the Book of Boba, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. That it's man, it's gonna be great. And then yeah. So we have a lot to look forward to, a lot to be excited for, a lot of stuff to make content for. So
I'm ready.
yeah.
I'm gonna get that K. I don't care. By my
Okay.
birthday, 1K. I want that 1,000.
You got to be pretty
That's
close.
that's the goal.
You still ain't at 1K yet? You
No,
where are you at?
I'm like at 766,
All right, we'll get you
767.
up there. We'll get you up there. I'll work with some force magic and you do that. Hey, I got the powers.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
Got
Kenny.
the power.
So
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
oh man, okay. All right. Y'all too much. I love y'all. All right. So yeah, so with that, the cantina is coming to a close tonight. Last call for alcohol. And Brooke, where's your pumpkin spice?
Oh, it's over here. I finished it a while ago.
Oh.
It was good
All
though.
right. So with that said, we're gonna go around the horn. Do some do we have closing thoughts actually?
We'll combine that. Closing thoughts for tonight, and then just remind all the people where they can find you. And we will start. We can start with Kenny because why not?
Closing thoughts. Definitely, without question, I think Disney Plus Day is going to be epic as far as content that's coming inwards. I know we all probably heard about the IMAX of certain movies
Oh yeah,
that are coming. That's going to be epic. Star Wars content, obviously, I think we're all waiting for Kenobi. Want to hear some more rumors, things along those natures. Overall, this next year, it is all Disney all the time. There's not going to be a way any other company is going to come close. Sorry.
And where can we find you at, Kenny?
As far as content, TikTok, guys. That's it. As I said, uninteresting.
That's all right. I mean, that's where I was for a long time. That's where I make most of my content still. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooke.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Thanks so much for having me on. It was super fun. I'm very excited for what's to come. And I am in the boat of all Star Wars is awesome. So whatever it is, I'm going to be excited about it. You can find me on TikTok, BDazzler, Twitch, BDazzler with 2 underscores. I'm going to be playing stuff, maybe venturing out of some of the Star Wars games, although I am going to play KOTOR, I think is one of my next ones since it's coming to the Switch. But I'm also going to be doing some paint streams. So if you want to follow me along and watch while I paint some stuff, I just got a second webcam to be able to do that. So
I would love to see you do the BD1 that you're painting.
Yeah. I'm working on him. Here's one of his legs right now. I'm hopefully going to finish that before I go to Galaxy's Edge in like 3 weeks. So
Oh, good for
hopefully
you.
So jealous.
I'll be
I
I'll be
haven't been
streaming
yet.
that.
Right.
It's
Come on,
amazing. I went in April for the first time. And I'm going with my partner to visit his family who happen to live in Orlando. And I was like, well, taking advantage. I'm here. But yeah, so I'm gonna be streaming that kind of stuff too. And then since I also make custom jackets and shoes for my Etsy shop, Far Far Away Factory, I'll be streaming some of that stuff too. So
Awesome.
come hang out.
Sweet.
And Grim?
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. And honestly, I think that we're gonna have a very bright future of Star Wars content that's going to be coming to us, both in TV shows and in the video games. I think we're in solid hands. And as for where to find me, Grimskull1 over on TikTok, Grimskull Gaming, both on YouTube and Twitch, which is where I'm going to be going right after this stream. Going to be playing some Jurassic World Evolution 2 that came out today.
Nice.
So, long awaited.
I am xcoregamerskillz literally everywhere. Right now, my main content creation is TikTok. I stream sporadically on Twitch when I have the time. And I think I'm going to be making my YouTube into the video game side of things because that was my first love, my first hobby, even before Star Wars. And I don't talk about it nearly enough. And there's some long form discussions that I would like to have. Simply because, I mean, you guys heard me tonight. I have a lot of things I like, and I have a lot of things that I think need just to say on the topic. And to close it out, closing thoughts. I think that there's never been a better time to be a nerd. Whether you like Marvel, whether you like DC, whether you like Star Wars, whatever it is, we're finally at an age where people who grew up with this stuff are the people making the stuff. That's one of the things that's awesome. We have guys like Filoni, we have guys like Favreau, and all the other awesome people who grew up on this stuff, and now they're the ones telling the new stories. And I think that's a great place to be. So yeah, I'm super excited for not only the announcements for Disney Plus Day, but also for the stuff we're getting that day too, the stuff they're giving to those of us that subscribe. And I'm super excited to see some more announcements maybe later at the next Investors Day for some of the projects that are coming up. And my dad, Mr. Depaul.
So you can find me on TikTok, Jedi Depaul. I'm also here on the Conspiracy Cantina every bi-weekly Tuesday, and we obviously do a podcast talking about all Star Wars and all things about Star Wars and video games and everything like that. But yeah, for me, closing thoughts, you kind of said everything with the whole a good nice little wrap up, and there that was like a beautiful little bow. Don't want to just, as they say, shit on the cake. So I agree. I concur. We're in good hands. The future's looking bright, and I'm excited. Excited, sad, but excited. Sad because Star Wars will continue even after we are no longer here.
Well, I've said I'm just going to become a Force ghost and watch it.
I'm just going to survive on fear, spite, and coffee.
I think I might just pull a Maul and just go into a deep dark corner for a while, and then just merge and be just submerged in nothing but Star Wars content.
There we go.
I don't know if I will make it out alive of after this show. So
Nice. All right, so
Good goals, people. Good goals.
good goals, excellent goals. So, guys, we come to a close. Chat, thank you so much for all of your help and with everything that happened on. Sorry for the hiccup with the knuckleheads out there. It happens. That means that we're growing.
Yeah,
That's what that means. So
that is a positive. I haven't seen that in a while.
yeah. I usually only see that on channels that have like over like 1,000 subscribers. So we're becoming a reckoning to be known of. So that's cool. But yeah, chat, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you guys. Love all your inputs and your thoughts about that. And yeah, got some new mods on here. So with that said, we appreciate you. Until the next one, may the force be with you and
Yum num
for life. All right, guys. Take care and be safe.